When it comes to Warhammer rumours, it is an absolute wild time. There's so many whispers, there's so many things to talk about. And one of the things that has been spammed to me recently is something that was posted over on a place called TGA Forums. If I'm not mistaken, this is an AOS forum. It mostly deals with AOS rumours, but there was apparently some 40k stuff put on there by people who are in the know, who are whisperers, who are rumour people like myself, but from the AOS scene, and that's what we're going to discuss today. That's what we're going to look at. That's what we're going to waffle about, because I think this is the big intention then, where we're going to be going with some of the 40k big products. So let's jump in, let's look at it, let's get whispering, let's get waffling about everything. And again, just quickly, since we are dealing in rumours, please remember, all rumours are lies. Rumours are rumours. Take them for what they are. They're not facts or anything like that. They are pure rumours. So please remember, everything we're about to talk about is not confirmed by Games Workshop. It's just rumours. So to set up the situation and what's happened over on that forum, there's an individual posting over there which is basically saying that he used to work for 40k. I don't know what that means. Did he used to work in the studio, writing the lore, the books? Did he used to work in one of the shops? Absolutely no idea, but that's what this individual stated, that he used to work for 40k, and this individual does have a track record of getting stuff right in the past. He predicted the AOS launch box set, everything that was inside of it, and that turned out to be correct. Now, what has been happening over on that forum is that now that individual has been saying even more stuff, mostly AOS. I'll put up in the background right now so you can see it. So this individual has like unique tyrant, monsters, daughters of Glob Glittermore, new hunters, new Mournfangs, new butchers, new tyrant, new ogre gluttons, new long guts. None of this makes sense to me because I don't play AOS, so please forgive me. Cities of Sigmar, apparently a unique marshal, war priest, Arch-Knight battle line, Skaven, a new assassin. Again, all this was compiled by a guy called Rakus over on my Discord, and he's been sending it to me and stuff like that to try and keep me informed with what's going on over there. So thank you, Rakus. I massively appreciate that. Another thing that was posted with like maggots of Nurgle. Apparently, this is going to be verse Cities of Sigmar. You can see everything in the background. Festius, unique Nurgle demon prince, Pestigor shamans, Realm Gores, Ritualists, but Nurgle, Pestigors, Blood Reavers. Again, none of this makes sense to me, but you get the sense of the scale of the rumours that is being spoken about by this gentleman over on the forums. And a lot of people, of course, are taking notice and asking a lot of questions because a lot of people are getting excited potentially that these rumours may be true and they're bringing brand new models out to AOS. And then this brings us to the big topic in question, and it's all about the 40k post which he put on the forums. But the big thing about this is that he posted this and then he deleted it, or should he say he edited his post. So we don't know if it's real. We don't know if like the chat was maybe trolling, just having some jokes, having some fun, right? Absolutely no idea. But I know what has happened is that my emails, my social media stuff, my messages has been absolutely bombarded. So what is the message in question? I'll put up in the background right now. As you can see, people screenshotted this before it got edited out. I always say, right, once you put it on the internet, it's there. You can't hide it anymore. As it states, it says, Kill Team, Eldari vs Orcs or Chaos. I'm not sure. I detest Xenos. I detest Xenos as well, right? You know, Purge the Alien, the Mutant, the Heretic, all that type of stuff. But it's really interesting that that statement or, you know, that so-called rumor was put out there because we've been hearing a lot of things with a potential Eldar Kill Team box. Yes, we do have the Orc and we do have the Chaos thing in there, which potentially could mean it could be happening as the next Kill Team, because we still don't know what that middle Kill Team is. Like, the rumors that I've been hearing, the whispers that I trust, you know, this is what I'm going all in from. Again, rumors are rumors, believe what you want to, is that this potentially could be a Grey Knight versus Khorne Kill Team. And I just really hope that's true, because Grey Knight needs some love, and hopefully the Khorne stuff will maybe a bit demonish and we'll get some really cool models with that. But when it comes to the Eldar, one of the big things that I've been hearing about, and one of the big things I really want to talk about, is that I've been hearing that Eldar Exodites are on the horizon. And what Games Workshop normally does is that they introduce a faction like this into the Kill Team and then potentially give it that range refresh, as we've seen before. Krieg did that, right? We've seen it with some of the Orc stuff. We've also seen it with Eldar Corsairs. Well, that range refresh hasn't happened yet, but the rumor is that the Eldar Corsairs are going to be getting something big very, very soon as well. Again, the rumors that are all about that is a brand new Prince Yril. There's apparently going to be new jump pack troops, some new Viper kit. And by the way, if you go to the Games Workshop website right now, the Viper kit, you can't get it. It's sold out online. It's no longer available to purchase. Of course, that means that could be in a couple of things. They're reboxing it. It's just not in stock at the moment. Something else is happening, maybe aka a refresh, but a lot of people are excited about that, myself included. Eldar Corsairs are basically Eldar pirates, right? It's what's not to love about that stuff. Again, paired up with the other rumor about Huron Blackheart potentially getting a model. Pirates in space, 40k, let's go. A lot of excitement about that. But the thing I'm trying to get across is that's what they normally do when it comes to Kill Team. So hearing about potential Exodite rumors, hearing about Exodite rumors potentially in a Kill Team box set as well, I think this is the direction that Games Workshop are going in and we're going to be seeing. And another big thing that was mentioned on that, of course, is the other side of that, potentially Chaos or Orcs. We all know, we've all been talking about this for a while now on the channel, that the build-up to the narrative in 11th edition is supposed to be Orcs. The launch box set potentially is going to be Space Marines versus Orcs. We've been whispering about that. We've been waffling about that on this channel now for, what, over a year. So I personally believe that is real. So potentially it could be Orcs being paired up with that. Maybe something rising. The Orc threat is growing bigger and bigger since everyone's focused on the Tyranids or, you know, the Necron stuff, the Great Rift, Chaos, and invading more of the Imperium. That means the Orcs are growing in a threat of their own. That potentially could be the case. Again, it could be even more Chaos stuff in there. When it comes to Chaos stuff, what potentially could it be Chaos-wise? I have no absolutely idea. I think the one thing that people keep spamming me and requesting me for right now is Chaos bikes. And again, I've said this so many times. I heard the rumor, you know, a couple of years ago that Chaos were getting new bikers. It's just a matter of when and where Games Workshop eventually wants to put these out. If the rumors do turn out to be true, of course. It's just one of those things, like, things don't happen within days, within weeks, or anything like that. Sometimes it actually happens within years. It takes years. Look at the Black Templar Ancient. Do I really have to get Vindication out, Rack out back for that? Because that took absolutely years. I told you, I whispered it was coming, but people wanted it like next week, the next month, and stuff like that. These whispers, these rumors, everything about the rumor stuff we talk about on this channel, it's just completely insane. It's completely mad. And if you want to believe it, then you believe it at your own risk. That is the simple take from Rumours. Now, what I mentioned the other day is that now we're getting into the end stage of this edition. They've just announced the Dark Eldar Codex. That's going to be coming out soon. If I'm not mistaken, it should be out by the end of October. Maybe it's out like maybe around Halloween stuff because, you know, Dark Eldar, spooky stuff, you know, skinning you alive and all that really weird stuff that they do. So once that's out, then it's on to the big end campaign that wraps up the codex. Sorry, not wraps up the codex, wraps up the edition, and then boom, we're on to 11th edition. Now, I'm hearing it's probably going to start around December time, which again makes sense. If the Dark Eldar stuff is out in October, that gives them like a breathing room of a month to maybe get some AOS releases out, and then into Christmas, it's the Christmas box sets, and then the first big tease of the new narrative, and then onwards and upwards for the next couple of months, then putting out books and, you know, maybe individual models, HQ models, maybe some, you know, other army refreshes here and there, just little bits, building up to that next edition. It's all coming to a head now. It's all coming to an end. I think it's really, really exciting times now going forward in terms of new models, what to look forward to, what to talk about, what to speculate, what to rumor about and stuff like that. For someone like me who absolutely loves rumors, this is probably like the best time of an edition because like everything's like so open. Like there's just so many things going on to talk about, to get hyped about and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to see where they go with the narrative stuff. Where can they go? That is the big question at this point. I'm hearing a few little whispers, and again, I'm hearing Huron, I'm hearing some other things, so I don't know. I'm excited. It should be good. It should be big, right? Well, fingers crossed. It should be good. It should be big. I'm just seeing where the winds take me at this point. Anyway, enough waffling from me as always. Hopefully, I'm keeping you a little bit up to date in the Rumourverse and everything that's going on. If you've got any thoughts, questions, anything like that, post it down below. I'll do my best. I know there's a bunch of people on my previous video the other day asking more Dark Eldar stuff. Is this all we're getting? Like I've been saying, mate, this edition is not the Dark Eldar edition. Next edition apparently is going to be the Dark Eldar edition, where you do get that refresh. I know we've been yapping about that now for years and years. Dark Eldar do need a lot of love, but next edition, I'm hearing that is when they'll get the love. Other armies and stuff like that, you know, Grey Knights, they're supposed to be getting the love, all that type of stuff. So Dark Eldar players, hold in there, hang in there. You got to get a little bit of a kiss this edition, but next edition, mate, they are going full on French Tongan. So yes, hold on. Right, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, see you in a bit. Have a great day, evening, night, where you're around the world, and bye-bye.